Geraldo Rivera. Is this guy still relevant? My God, I do see him on Fox News sometimes and some of these other shows. Oh, man, he must be afraid of dying. He's in his 70s, you know. Sometimes these old people, they take a job and they start working because they want to stay relevant and they want to stay alive and they don't want to think about their impending death, their mortality. I'm 75. I'm going to keep working because, you know, if I don't, I'll die. Yeah, right. I got news for you, pal. Whether it's in your bed or on the fucking train or in your car driving to work, when it's your time, it's your time. All right. So Geraldo Rivera says Trump's sanctuary city proposal is using people as props to make a political point. So? So what? So what? Why is that a bad thing? Why is that bad? By the way, what's wrong with that? This is talking about the sanctuary city policy where he's essentially going to bus everybody to sanctuary cities, all the illegal aliens. You want to come into America illegally? Okay. We'll bus you to Nancy Pelosi's house. Could you imagine? Like 500 buses. Stopping in Nancy Pelosi's little semi-private gated neighborhood and dropping off like 10,000 fucking immigrants in front of her gated house. High walls around it. Walls don't work. That's why I have 20-foot walls with concertina wire on the top that's electrified. But they don't work. Yeah, my house is on stilts and has no walls and just has a roof, right? Because walls don't work. Okay. Idiot. Yeah, walls don't work, but they're around my house, and I live in but I don't know if she lives in a gated community or not. I drop them all off at the entrance to her gated community. And then the amount of break-ins suddenly skyrocket in that community. I wonder why. Friday on Fox News channels The Five, guest panelist Geraldo Rivera called President Donald Trump's threat to send undocumented immigrants to sanctuary cities a stunt. I don't understand this. Why do you people have a problem with this? You love them. You say that they commit crimes at lower rates than than Native Americans, people born in America, which isn't true, by the way. When they do those numbers, when they calculate those numbers, they include both legal and illegal, and they mix them all together. When you just account for illegal aliens, they actually commit much more crime. And in terms of murder, it's something like 33 per 100,000, when whites are something like 1.4 per 100,000. So they commit way more murder, illegal aliens, even than blacks, okay? Per 100,000, that is. So, yeah, they commit a lot more crime, okay? But you love them. You've made these sanctuary cities for them? I thought the whole point of a sanctuary city was to provide sanctuary. So why do you bleeding hearts have a problem with them coming to your sanctuary cities that you specifically created to provide them sanctuary? It's like I build a sanctuary for birds. I build a bird sanctuary, and then I get pissed off that people are bringing birds to live in it as a sanctuary. Why would I get pissed off that you're bringing people to serve the very purpose that I created this city for, well, that I named it as a sanctuary city for, which is to be a sanctuary for illegals? Why would you be angry about that? Rivera said, let me start by saying I agree. A lot of what the president is saying is born of frustration because of the lack of cooperation by the Democrats on the border. Geraldo Rivera has a little more sense than most leftists, but he's still a leftist, right? And he is Latino himself. They are doing nothing to help other than making things more difficult. But this is a stunt. So what? Who cares? I don't care. What do you mean a stunt? So who cares? What does it matter? It's not a stunt. I don't understand this. I mean, why don't you make the Democrats suffer some of the consequences of their actions? They created these sanctuary cities. Why not use them? You might say it's cynical. I say he is helping them fulfill the purpose of labeling these cities as sanctuaries in the first place. I mean, let's be honest here. Liberals love for their hearts to bleed and then act upon those emotions to help people. They love to feel like heroes. They love to be saviors of their fellow man. Well, now we're going to give you millions of people to save. I'm giving you life meaning. Your otherwise useless, worthless fucking life that is, it's just making other people's lives harder, just so you can feel good about yourself. He continued by saying, this is also illegal. No, it's not. He's the president of the United States, you dummy. He has 100% authority over immigration matters. So here's how it works, immigration in America, which is so retarded. You can hold people for up to 20 days, and then you have to release them into America. So even if you get caught, you'll get free medical treatment for 20 days. You'll get 3 hots and a cot for 20 days. And then they'll release you into America. He's just deciding where they get released. What's the problem? Oh, you don't want them in your neighborhood, Geraldo. I see. Oh, boy. I'm telling you it's illegal. You don't know. You're not a lawyer. You cannot use people as props to make a political point like this. I've never read that law. Could you show me that law? You people as props. They're not even Americans. The Constitution doesn't apply to them, asshole. He added, believe me, the road from the border to... I said something. So when Obama says, I want to de-gentrify white neighbors, Obama did this, but the rich people. Remember he was trying to gentrify Republican areas by forcing them to accept immigrants, illegal immigrants, refugees. Obama did the exact same thing. He just sent them to Republican bastion stronghold states, neighborhoods. So it's okay for Obama to do it because evil rich people should provide greater bounty for the poor losers of the world. But when it's sending them to sanctuary cities, which were specifically set up to house and provide sanctuary for these people, oh no, you can't do that, Trump. I love the double standard. I love it. So it's perfectly okay to send the immigrants to places that are traditionally Republican, because nobody wants to go to a Democratic city because they're fucking hellholes. Where are these illegal aliens going anyway? They're going to cities and states that are Republican, that are capitalistic, that actually have money. Right? Are the ones, at least the ones that want to work, right? The ones that just want to get welfare cheddar, they'll go to California. But yeah, they just want to turn Republican states Democrat. So sure, the states that have the most prosperity are going to be Republican states. So they want to turn those into Democratic shitholes. So that's automatically where the majority of them are going to go, at least the ones that don't want welfare cheddar. And that's okay, right? But when Trump wants to redirect them to our neighborhood, no, can't have that. Nancy Pelosi doesn't want to look out her window and see a shanty town? No! But it's perfectly okay for regular Americans to have to see that and walk through piles of shit and have their cities become disease-infested shitholes. That's okay. That's okay. Oh my. Somebody so old as Geraldo Rivera to be so stupid. He added, believe me, the road from the border to wherever the illegal immigrants are taken will be lined with lawsuits, I guarantee you. Yeah, of course, because that's what you people do, right? That's what you Democrats do. Always taking shit to court, right? Because they've, peppered the fucking courts at various levels with their activist judges. Like that Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. I don't understand why you have a problem with this. Why would you be going to court to keep these people out? You love them. You love the illegals and their lice. And their tuberculosis-ridden lungs. You love them. You love the measles outbreaks that they bring. The diseases that have been gone and dead and buried in America for 100 years that are now coming back because of your anti-vaccination activism. Vaccination's evil. It creates kids with autism. That's a lie. Fucking lie. Not true. Yeah, you love these people. You love the disease and the crime they bring. You even created sanctuary cities for them. So I created a sanctuary city to provide sanctuary for a specific group of people. And then when that specific group of people is going to be bused to the very place I created to house them and provide sanctuary, I complain. What? I'm going to sue you! Again, the bird sanctuary. I make a bird sanctuary, to house injured birds. And then somebody's driving to my place with a whole busload of fucking injured birds. And I threaten to sue them. No, you can't bring those injured birds here. I'm going to sue you to keep those birds out. This is just a fucking political game for you. You're using those birds as props to push some kind of political agenda. Ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous.